And just like that, the final episode of the recording session has begun. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. Second video, second commentary. We last left off, we were interviewing Miss Iris. Purported. She looks like Dahlia. She has the same hair, I mean, not the same hair color, but the same hairstyle. She has Dahlia Hawthorne's theme song. So, without further ado, Hazakura Temple. What kind of place is this anyway? I heard it's for trading to increase your spiritual power or something like that.
It seems awfully crazy to normal people like you.
Well, I have to admit, it is a whole different world up here.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
Huh?
Talking with dead people, who does it help anyway? I hate...
Perhaps she's doing this to communicate with her sister? I don't even know. I'm just coming up with all sorts of theories right now, and I'm just like, why is she here? Like, I proposed that she perhaps she lost a diamond, but she had it in her backpack, but then maybe her backpack got separated from her in the rapids, and now she's looking for, something's off. Really? So then why stay in a place like this? Is something wrong?
I didn't realize it was so late. I have to go and ring the bell for lights out.
I guess it's almost 10 o'clock now, huh?
Mr. Wright?
Yes?
If it's alright with you, I would like you to have this.
Is there some type of, like, poison? There's gotta be some type of poison in here or something, I'm telling you. But this is your hood!
It has the power to protect you from evil
spirits, and probably to cancel out the negative effects of our magatama! Ha! Is that calling it right now, ladies and gentlemen? Calling it right now! Come to think of it, Sister Bikini was wearing one of these wait, is that blue jewel like a anti-magatama? Is it like, huh?
I pray for your safety on this dark, cold night.
Iris is good received from Iris.
I'm sorry, but I must bid you good night.
Wait a minute, Sister Iris.
Yes?
Just now, you called me by my name. You said Mr. Wright. I mean, I pointed that out, but I just assumed that the game was going to say that you overheard, Miss Donim refer to us by that. How did you know my name? I never introduced myself to you.
That's...
Sister Iris, please tell me the truth. You and I, have we ever met before? 3? 5. Okay, well there go... Iris. Okay, so there goes my my anti-Cyclock theory has been debunked. It wasn't a super serious theory anyway, I'm just throwing stuff out here. It's the early phase where I just throw out a bunch of random theories, and some of them are true, some of them aren't, it's just how it is.
Oh, it's almost 10 o'clock. Perhaps we can speak again tomorrow.
Yes, I'd very much like to speak with you, Iris. So my hunch was correct. She does know me. I'll have to try to talk with her again tomorrow. Yeah! I don't know who's screaming! What the? That blood-curdling scream came from the courtyard! Oh, this is intense. February 7th, 11:06 p.m. 11:06 p.m. Hazakura Temple Court. Okay, so that means... Okay, so that means that the dead body happened, For some reason, I thought that the death happened before we came, but it happened afterwards. Cause like if it came before we came, then like no one would have been calm. Okay, so there goes my other theory. That scream, I'm sure it came from around here. Ah! Someone's there, on the ground. Miss Donine! I just stepped on something soft.
Hey, don't step on my tummy like that!
What are you doing lying here in the snow?
I was passed out, what do you think?
So that blood-curdling scream was you?
Forget about that! Hurry up and call the police!
Is there even a phone in the main hall?
No, but we still get reception up here in the mountains! You must have a cell phone on you, right?
I didn't bring a...
Oh, you're useless! I mean, even Iris has a cell phone! We've got no choice, you'll have to use the public phone by Dusky Bridge! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Run as fast as you can!
Yes, ma'am!
If you don't hurry, Iris will...
February 7th, 11:18 p.m., Dusky Bridge. It's farther than I thought. The bridge is just up ahead. I have to go tell Maya what happened, too. Ah! Dusky Bridge! It's burning down! What the heck happened? What are you doing here? Ah! What's with these screams? What is it? Is it me? Don't scare me like that, Larry! I almost had a heart attack! My name isn't Larry, it's Louise! Larry, hurry up and call the police, I'm going to the inner temple! Don't be stupid, the bridge is nothing but a burning wreck right now! Listen to me, there's been a murder here at Hazakura Temple! What?! The murderer might have fled across the bridge! I have to make sure Maya is safe! But... Please, call the police, I've gotta go! Get out of my way, Larry! It's too dangerous! Nick, wait! I must have been crazy. I knew how dangerous it was, but I still went for it. Ah! Nick! Weakened even more by the fire, the rickety old bridge, this plague snapped and gave way. Huh. That's interesting. And as I was swallowed by the eternal darkness that surrounded me, a final, terrified scream, rose up to pierce the frozen air on that harrowing night. To be continued, holy crap! What the heck happened? Save clear stage data up to this point, yes please. Well, this has been an eventful episode so far, what the heck? Date, time, location. Actually, no. Usually I say that's what I say. Date, time, location. Who could that be at this time of night? Yes, Edgeworth speaking. Edgy, get up! It's an emergency! Huh? Larry, do you know what time it is? It's not Larry, it's Louise! Louise, don't even! This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I will just roll over and... Wait! Don't hang up! It's an emergency! It's Nick! He took a really nasty spill! Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so... I'm not joking! His life is in danger! What? What happened? Tell me! Talk about a guy with bad luck! He may already be dead! Anyway, you gotta come back! You're the only one that can help! My Iris! My beautiful Iris! She needs help! Alright, I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm at the detention center! Please, hurry! It's been 1 year since I left that country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion, as if I expected anything to change. February 8th, 2:19 p.m. Detention Center Visitor's Room. You're late, Edgy! What took you so long? I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet to come as quickly as I could. Well, you should have chartered a faster one! Anyway, just listen! Something happened to Miss Elise, and Nick's, Maya, and Iris's bikini! Huh? Say something, Edgy! Before I came here, I stepped in at the hospital where Wright is. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim was a picture book author, Miss Elise Donium. She was found by Wright and the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says that he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest. Yes, that's right, you got it! But they arrested her! My sweet little Iris! And here I was, convinced he was the one the police had arrested. However, I still don't understand what these 2 items are for. What are you talking about? There are things Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. This is the first. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other. He couldn't possibly asking what I think he is. Could he? I'm begging you! Iris' trial starts tomorrow! With Nick out of the picture, you're all I've got left! You're the only one that can represent her! What did you just say? You know, represent! Defend! What are you expecting? May I remind you that Edgeworth has never been a defense lawyer before? I mean, his father was, but DL6 stuff. Anyway, why do you think I called you anyway? I'm a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor is a lawyer who... Don't talk to me like a kid! I graduated from junior high, you know! Don't worry about it, I promise I won't tell! But I mean, I heard a paper badge had no problem fooling an entire court before! How could this country's judicial system have fallen into such decay? Please, Edgy! At least with it, listen to her! Listen to the Iris' side of the story! So Wright wasn't joking when he gave me this badge after all. Well, Edgeworth should recognize her too. Thank you for coming. My name is Iris. Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I will at least hear what you have to say about the murder.
Mr. Wright, how is he? Mr. Larry said that he might even die.
Fortunately, he will be fine. Larry, you moron! How could you say something like that? He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he is unharmed.
Thank goodness.
But he's caught some kind of nasty cold.
A cold?
He's running a high fever and is drifting in and out of consciousness. I must be imagining things. This woman, I feel like I've met her before. I mean, well, actually we have. Let's see what, I'm curious, let's see. Is this the precursor to the Miles Edgeworth investigations games? Well, this is the first, well, I mean, there's only 2 things, but we've never actually examined these with Edgeworth. We've only done it with Phoenix, so. The camera's glaring at me. If something glares at you, it's only polite to return the favor, is what I was taught.
Is something bothering you?
Oh, excuse me. Edgeworth is he's a totally different person from Phoenix, but that's to be expected. The guard is glaring at me. If someone glares at you, it's only polite to return the favor, is what I was taught.
Are you alright, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, excuse me. Alright, so we pretty much lost all... No, we still have everything. So, first and foremost, lady, are you aware that I'm a attorney thing?
Is that an attorney's badge?
Yes, this belongs to Wright.
Really?
I'm actually a prosecutor.
Oh, then why do you have a defense attorney's badge pinned on your label?
Well, you see, I borrowed it. Hanging scroll. Who is the woman on this hanging scroll?
Well, I don't know the details, but I've heard she's the master of the Kunai channeling technique.
Master?
Yes, Mystic Misty. She was a great spirit medium, that's what I've heard.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. Edgeworth should actually know who she is, because she was the one that channeled the whatchamacallit in the DL6 incident and everything, right? So, Edgeworth is very aware of who she is.
I also heard that she went missing over 15 years ago.
Spirit mediums. There's no such thing anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth?
I know all about them. They're nothing but frauds. She doesn't know anything about it, of course. But there was a time, 17 years ago, when I met the Master myself. Iris's hood. Receive before the lights out, Bill. The night of the crime protects from evil spirits.
That's called a demon warding hood. I gave that to Mr. Wright last night.
Kind of ironic that you're wearing one, huh? He was wearing this when I saw him at the hospital today.
It's an important item for protecting acolytes from evil spirits.
If it's so important, then why did you give it to him?
Last night, I felt something. I felt that something terrible was about to happen.
Suspicious. Honestly, though, I don't quite think that Dahlia is the mastermind behind this one, actually. This time.
I didn't want Mr. Wright to fall into its grip.
Well, he wound up falling into something much deeper and colder. I probably shouldn't say that out loud, though. Thank God for inner monologue. Hazakura Temple.
I'm sorry. I don't leave the temple grounds very often, so I don't know very much about the outside world.
Oh, Colt New Year's issue?
I was against the idea of our temple appearing in that magazine. I was afraid that this type of tragedy might occur.
In that case, why did you allow them to run an article about you?
It was Sister Bikini. She's actually rather fond of attention. Surprisingly so.
She certainly does look rather happy in this photo. Photo of Elise.
That's Mystic Elise Tonim. She's a picture book author, or so I've heard.
Does she come to Hazakura Temple often?
No, this is her first time. It's just that she was a very important visitor.
Is that so?
Yes, Sister Bikini told me, be certain not to offend her.
The victim, Miss Elise Donim. The prosecutor's office still doesn't have much information about her, it seems. Alright, profiles. Phoenix Wright, age 26. My friend since grade school, fell from Dusky Bridge and is currently hospitalized. I mean, we haven't really been friends since grade school. I mean, we were friends in grade school, but then you became a prosecutor and sort of became a douche for a little bit, and then we fixed you, and now we're friends again, sort of, so I don't know. We have a complicated relationship.
Mr. Wright, how bad is his cold?
Well, his fever is very high, and as a result, he's rather confused. He's worried about Maya, who is still trapped in the inner temple. And he's quite worried about you as well, it seems.
Really?
Yes. Naturally, once he recovers, I'll pass the baton back to him.
No, don't. I'm sure that Mr. Wright wouldn't want that.
Oh, I'm sure he would, actually.
He wouldn't want to defend me.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You might ask, why Edgeworth? You should know. Dick Gumshoe, age 32, homicide detective in the local precinct in charge of the initial investigation. Oh, so that's it. So I remember hearing that like Gumshoe is supposed to be like our like sidekick, like supposed to like supposed to have like Maya's role in this game. I guess well, now that we're Edgeworth, it's gonna be Gumshoe. That's gonna be our sidekick. Or maybe Lady Von Karma. We need Lady Von Karma. Dick Gumshoe.
I'm sorry. I don't leave the temple grounds very often, so okay.
Larry Butts.
Oh, that's Mr. Larice.
I'm sorry, who did you say it was?
Larice Donim. He is Mr. Galice's apprentice, I think.
Alright, now how exactly is this guy?
He's a very sincere, hard-working person. Did I say something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth?
Oh, yes, you did. Excuse me, I was temporarily at a loss for words. Take a trip. Come home, be thrust suddenly into a bizarro world. What does he say? My friend since grade school. I don't remember how we became friends, though. What does he say about, Yeah, okay. I don't remember how we became friends, though. Oh, it's because of that stupid nonsense with the victim of the incident, a picture book author of unknown age, Larry's teacher.
That's Mystic Elise Donim. She's a picture book author, so I've heard.
Does she come to Hazakura Temple often?
No, this is her first time. It's just that she was a very important visitor.
Is that so?
Yes, Sister Bikini told me be certain not to offend her.
The victim, Miss Elise Donim. The prosecutor's office still doesn't have much information about her, it seems. And finally, Dahlia Hawthorne.
You want to know about me? There's not much to tell, I'm afraid.
Just let me get one thing straight. You were raised at Hazakura Temple, correct? And yet somehow you seem to know right. So you two must have crossed paths somewhere.
No, Mr. Edgeworth, whomever it was. It couldn't have been me.
Suspicious! What is that supposed to mean? Let's go ahead and talk. Iris. Pardon me, Iris. I would like to ask you something if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I have met before.
It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave Hazakura Temple.
Hazakura Temple? What's that?
It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train. You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power.
Spiritual power? Did you go to that temple for that reason as well?
No, I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them.
In that case, what are you doing at that temple then? The diamond.
I've committed some sins that I need to pay for. That's why I'm there and why I continue to train to purify my soul.
Look, lady, even if that's your actual intent, you're gonna need to do like 8 trillion years of repentance to get rid of that demon witch stuff from you, alright? I don't want this game. You see, I don't want this game to make me sympathize for her, alright? I don't want it. I don't want to fall for her evil tricks. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. You're being evil right now. I'm not falling for your tricks, the night of the crime. I want to ask you about last night, the night of the crime.
Alright. I hoped to clean up after dinner and then went back to my room at about 8 o'clock. Later, I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10 o'clock.
Bell?
We ring it at the same time each night.
I see. And then?
And then I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room and stayed there.
Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked to?
I was frightened.
Frightened?
So I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened.
There's more to her story, I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. Frightened? You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder.
Yes.
However, you didn't go, because you say you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of? And we have, it looks like 2. Not too bad. What in the world?
Is there something wrong?
I'm sorry, it's nothing. It looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright was talking about. These Cyclops. How did you know the proper name already? It's because Edgeworth is a genius, I suppose. I believe he said that I need to present this Magatama item to do something. I wonder if we even have the option to move anywhere. Any ideas? So do you have any idea as to what really occurred last night?
I think it was the result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed.
Spiritual power?
Yes, spiritual training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example.
Iris, I'm sorry, but I can't accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power.
Yes, I understand. Most people don't.
And I am certain that the thing that killed the victim was a human. So please answer me this simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise Donim?
No. I'm not the one who took her life.
Those Cyclops things aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying.
What's wrong?
I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that's about all that you can tell me.
Thank you very much for listening to my story.
I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you.
Me?
Yes, at the trial tomorrow, he asked me to defend you.
If Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth, then I will gladly entrust my fate in your capable hands.
But before that, I have one question.
Yes?
Do you know Wright?
Why do you ask that?
Whenever you came up in our conversation, he would begin to act a little strange.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you his friend?
Friend? Well, in a sense, yes.
It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him.
You deceived him?
I heard that he was in a lot of pain after that happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth.
I'm still not— no, stop it! You see, the thing is, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt that maybe, just maybe, she might have turned a new leaf and she's trying to repent for herself. But I will not act on that until the credits roll. Once the credits roll and the after credits scene happens, then I'll say, okay, maybe, if she hasn't changed, then I'll say, okay, well, maybe Dahlia actually has turned good. But not until then, because, you see, she's acting all nice and innocent, but if I just assume that she, took a new leaf, I'd be falling into the same exact trap that Edgeworth and, Mr. Falls did, and pretty much everyone else, so I'm holding off. I
wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth.
Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering. And until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Iris, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition.
Alright, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise.
Very well. I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. Alright, let's go to the crime scene then. Suspension Bridge. Oh, we're just going straight there, huh? February 8th, Dusky Bridge. Edgeworth, I wonder if you remember this. It sure is cold, alright. So this is it. Dusky Bridge. Mr. Edgeworth! I knew it was I knew it was Gumshoe! Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see, it's been about a year, or has it been longer? It doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here. Oh, ouch! And there was a sharp left jab. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth. Let me guess, you were transferred into another section at work. A good choice. The vast amount of nothing up here must be quite easy to go. I heard you were back in country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir. Gumshoe indeed. Like gum on your shoe, he's impossible to get rid of. I supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dip Gumshoe, ready for duty. Great. Thank you, Detective. I thought Prosecutor Godot was gonna get here before me. That guy's a real mystery, I tell you. Prosecutor Godot? Alright, I'll bite. We've already done our examination. Oh, I guess we can do a little bit more, huh? What happened? Oh, you notice actually, look at that. Like, if you look at the silhouette of the bottom right corner, that's not Phoenix's, that's Edgeworth's. I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case. It's simple! Well, simple is as simple does, as they say. Oh, you got no idea how much I've missed that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing. A witness? Yeah, that bikini lady. Okay. Bikini lady? Here? On this freezing cold mountain? Well, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir. I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, decisive witness myself. Dusky Bridge. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through? Yep, I can't imagine being that reckless myself. Look before you cross, is how it goes, right? Or was that leap? And is there something on the other side? Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir. What? Nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem. But someone is at the Inner Temple doing some training and now they're stuck there. Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's Maya Fey. Oh no, her again? Anyway, the air's really turbulent right now, so we can't do an aerial extraction. No one's gonna be able to reach the inner chip until tomorrow, sir. Will she be alright in this cold? So how did this bridge burn down anyway? We're almost 100% sure it was lightning. Lightning? Prosecutor Godot. So who is this Prosecutor Godot? I've never heard of... But the best prosecutor in the country isn't Godot, it's Mr. Edgeworth. Isn't that right, Nick? It's no surprise that a spirit medium such as yourself would know nothing of this. But Ace Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth is currently traveling abroad. Huh? In fact, it was Mr. Edgeworth who acknowledged Godot as the best in this country. Didn't you say that he was the best prosecutor out there? Edgeworth. This is a plot hole. So who is this Prosecutor Godot? I've never heard of him. Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but nobody can say a bad word about the guy. What kind of man is he? He just became prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good. If he's so good, how is it that I've never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case? You bet he is! After all, you know who was right in the middle of it. You know who? Phoenix Wright, of course! For some reason, Godot has really gotten it in for Mr. Wright. Oh? Yeah, he seems to have some kind of a grudge. And what would be the cause of this grudge? I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something? None of this is making any sense. I better look into this Godot myself. Lightning. You're telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning? Yep, last night it showed for the first time in 3 days. Snowed. It's a little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck. Weather data added to the court record. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Almost too detailed. It even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge. Oh, that? We got the information from the witness's testimony. Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge? Who is this witness? Sorry, I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir. Interesting. Let's try to get most of this monotonous examining stuff out of the way first so we can start the next episode straight in the action, huh? Examine. So this is the bridge Wright tried to cross? Pretty reckless if you ask me. I'm amazed he survived the fall from up here. Yeah, he's one lucky guy, sir. Now I see how he managed to win his cases in court. Blind luck. I think dumb luck suits Wright just a bit better. Really though. Examine. Some letters are wildly engraved into a roughly cut border. Dusky Bridge. It certainly is an appropriate name. You need to get some glasses, Mr. Edgeworth. That sign says Dusty Bridge. I can see how you read it wrong, though, sir. You're the one who needs glasses, detective. Try reading it one more time. Ah, you're right. It's Dusky Bridge after all. I guess whoever wrote this made a mistake. Okay. Hey, it's a public phone! You don't see a lot of these anymore! That's true. Since we got one here, why don't we take a photo as a memento? Well, sure, why not? Oh, darn it, I don't have a camera with me! I'm gonna go buy a disposable camera! I'll be right back, sir! What's so special about public phones, and why is he so fascinated by them? It looks like a pretty good distance to that far cliff. Yeah, it's gotta be around 100 yards or so. It's gotta be around 100 yards or so. Detective, that's not even close to 100 yards. Well, I gotta admit I'm not very good at judging distances. It's about 20 yards or so, and impossible to cross without a bridge, it seems. There's a little shack down that way called Heavenly Hall. A shack? It's like a rundown doghouse for losers that can't bear the freezing drafts of wind. Kinda reminds me of my apartment, sir. The name Heavenly Hall makes it sound like a palace. Giving a hovel a great name is a crime itself. I call it false advertising. By the way, the name of my apartment complex is Compton Hat Castles. Interesting. That's not such a great name if you ask me. Well, it's not such a great apartment either, sir. So, are you straight out of Compton? Anyway, we already talked about everything, right? Yeah, so let's go ahead and present stuff. Are you aware that I'm a lawyer? Huh? What's that thing doing on your label, Mr. Edgeworth? Is it really that odd? You bet it is, sir! A prosecutor wearing a defense attorney's badge? That's like a detective with a license to kill! Does this little thing hold that ominous of a meaning? Hanging scroll. Look, I'm just your everyday simple detective. Don't ask me such tough questions, okay? That's not something to be proud of, detective. Iris's hood. Alright. Always present everything. You can never be too thorough. Or I suppose you can, but it doesn't matter. Oh, cool. New Year's issue. Nope, nothing. Photo of Elise. There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't know her real name, her background. We don't know anything, really. That's rather odd. If she was trying to hide her identity, why would she become an author? I'll bet it was just one of those things, you know. She probably never expected to get so popular. Weather data. Alright, a regional weather report of the night of the crime. Touch the check button for details. Eagle Mountain weather data for February 7th. Snow with occasional lightning strikes. Snow 7 to approximately 10:50 p.m. Lightning 10 to approximately 11 p.m. Lightning struck Dusky Bridge at 10:45, around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. Okay, nothing to say about that, sure. Alright, now it's time for profiles. Phoenix Wright. Whenever something happens, this guy always shows up like he hasn't got a care. In fact, you know what? Every time he shows up, I always wonder the same thing. Maybe somehow he's actually the cause of all these incidents. I wonder if Gumshoe has realized it yet. But you could say the exact same thing about him. It's true. Dick Gumshoe. Your face is more drawn out than the last time I saw you over a year ago. Really? I thought so! No, wait. It's not so much drawn out as weary and tired, or maybe just plain old thin. I just thought that too! I thought that too, sir! My salary's been kinda on the low end. So yeah, my food options have been kinda non-existent. Off-brand chicken soup, off-brand spaghetti, off-brand bread, that sort of stuff. I thought you were really into instant noodles last year. I got really sick of this stuff after a while, sir. I guess that makes sense. Larry Butts. He's supposed to be Miss Elise Donian's apprentice or something. I see. Yeah, he drew a nice portrait of me. That's nice. But he made me pay him 50 cents for it. I'm sorry about that. You don't seem very interested in him, Mr. Edgeworth. I really don't want to talk about him, that's why. Elise Donian. There's a lot we don't know about this victim. We don't even know. Okay. I see. A picture, Larry's teacher. A defendant, none, doesn't seem to have any spiritual power. I feel like I've seen this girl somewhere before. She wasn't from a prior case, was she? Nope, can't be. We did a database search with her fingerprints and came up with nothing. How is that possible? I see. I just can't shake this nagging feeling. Well, everyone knows that you are quite popular with the ladies, sir. Maybe she's an old girlfriend that you sent to Dumpsville when you were younger. Detective! Where did you hear such nonsense from? I didn't hear it from anyone, it's just sort of how I imagine you to be, sir. Do I really inspire this sort of frothing desire from the female masses? Perhaps she possessed Godot. Prosecutor for this case, he apparently holds some sort of grudge against Wright. I usually hear about promising young prosecutor candidates while they're still in school, but I've never seen or heard of this person. I gotta admit, he's puzzling alright. He just appeared one day, big mug of steaming coffee in his hand. He sounds like an interesting man. Yeah, the whole prosecutor's office is really into double espresso macchiatos lately. Yes, it's everything. We need to find. Oh, we can go to the main gate too. I guess we'll go to the main gate in the next episode. We did all this investigation right now, so we got all that out of the way. So yeah, that's interesting. So they did a. I'm still curious about that, huh? So how did Dahlia Hawthorne get past She was declared legally dead, though, right? Legally dead? But then again, she registered in college as Dahlia Hawthorne, but... I'm curious about that. What if this actually isn't really Dahlia? It's a what if it actually isn't Dahlia? It's something completely... But it has to be. I mean, no. They said that she wronged Phoenix 5 years ago, so it has to be Dahlia. But then, what is going on right now, game? Whatever the case may be, I guess we'll go ahead and end things off here. So, if you like this video, this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like. If you thought it was cool, please feel free to subscribe and join the Team Strawberry today. Also, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is MegaShadowFist signing out. Bye!